Hey, what's going on, Joe? Can you let me know if you can hear me? You're the first one in here, so I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. Alright, cool. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of tying up some extras that I've lost for my fly boxes. So this is just like a pink bead um, waltz worm, but if you want to see me tie something, let me know and I'll put it on the vise. Hey, what's going on, Grady? What do I want to tie? So right now I'm pulling out all my fly boxes. So I'm kind of just trying to see what I need to tie. I might tie some, probably going to tie some mini sculpins at some point. And definitely nymphs. Okay. Yeah, I actually do have a trip planned with, just, my regular weekend, or every once in a while I'll go out during the week if the conditions are right or something, for fishing. But, yeah, this fall, here in about a month, I'm supposed to go up and meet up with Ryan. I don't know if you watched the video last year. Me and Ryan were fishing streamers for Browns. I'm supposed to go up there. I'll be up north for 3 days. Actually, I'll be fishing with him 2 days, and then the third day I'll probably just go and explore maybe some other streams or hit like a brookie stream or something. But that's about the second week of October. And then at some point, I do want to get up I'm going to probably come up and fish some steelhead. I haven't done that in a few years, and I might just go up just because, yeah, streamer Junkie Ryan. Alright, so yeah, we are going to tie sculpins here first. I'm actually going to try something a little different here. This will be experimental here on the screen, or live experimentation. But these actually right here, so this sculpin head, I didn't even know they had these. I found these on the Tactical Fly Fisher. These are actually tungsten head sculpin heads. Yeah, that's what you were saying before. You're up there by Erie. But yeah, I don't know. If I once I head up that way, if I remember, I mean, like it's not me like just not trying to fish with you or something. I end up just going places on a whim, and then I like forget who I told like I'd fish with or something. But if I remember something and I'm heading up that way, I will definitely uh, let you know, and maybe we can meet up and do some fishing or something. Okay, so alright, I need to get all the materials out for this. I'm off track here. black thread. I'm going to tie a black sculpin, and this one's going to be, like I said, this one's going to be experimental. So I'm going to try, I'm just going to use regular rabbit zonker, but for like the fins and the flare towards the front, I'm going to try putting some of that ice yarn, because that stuff kind of flares out, so maybe that'll add some, you know, flash to these mini sculpins. And for the body, I think I'm going to go with, what kind of dubbing we got in here? I'm going to go with what Ryan usually puts on his. It's like it's almost like this here. It's like this real rusty, what color is this? It just has a number, but yeah, it's like this brown, rusty, olive, orange looking stuff, so we use that as the body. So, let me get the zonker out and the ice yarn. If I can find anything. There we go. There's the zonker. And now I just need the ice yarn. Alrighty. Go ahead and put this thread on here. Oh, you know what I just realized? That is a little zoomed in. Let me fix the camera here for you guys. I had that set for that size 18, but this is a little different. Alright, let me know what that looks like for you guys. I think that should be better. Alright. Gotta get my thread in the bobbin here. I've been tying flies ever since I started fly fishing, so about 4.5 years ago. And you guys probably know I'm not much of a dry fly fisherman, not because I think I suck at it or anything. I don't know, to me it doesn't strike my interest, doesn't really, and it's like, the amount of times that you can actually go dry fly fishing and, you know, it's successful, or, you know, the fish are really rising, is just few and far between, so I don't really focus on that too much. But I literally hate tying dry flies, because hackle is expensive, and it's just annoying trying to wrap those hackles perfect. But I mean, I can tie them, I just hate doing it. But that's sort of, when I use dry flies, I just buy them, because again, I don't dry fly fish much, and so I don't use that many, so I'll end up just buying dry flies like once a year or something. Alright, so we're going to start that thread base. Alright, so I'm going to get this zonker strip out of here, if I can get this bag open. Alright. So, one thing I noticed about Ryan's, when he, like, I actually, this video will be coming out, because I'm about a month ahead on videos, so the videos that you guys see now are from like a month ago, but the sculpins that I got off Ryan recently, I just was out fishing, or 2 days ago. I was out fishing today. Only caught like a bunch of small fish basically, so there's not going to be a video. Nothing spectacular happened really. But I was out fishing with his sculpins on Thursday, and I ended up catching a 20-incher, and a ton of other fish. Like, it was actually probably the most fish I've ever seen strike at a streamer. But he actually ties his with real long zonker strips like you're supposed to. And I don't know if it was just that day or what, but I feel like that I usually tie mine with a short end just so if they do a short strike, they'll hit it. But I feel like I maybe got a less looks with my short-tailed streamer just because it doesn't have as much action. So with these, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie them a little bit more like Ryan's, where he adds, he puts the normal length tail on it so that it, because I was noticing when I was using his tails were like, moving more in the water. It looked a lot better for sure. So we are going to try that. Let's see how far I need to come up here. Alright. What's going on here? Alright. And I like to really bulk up these bodies on these just because it's, it's more bait fish, like not tying a nymph here. So I'll really cake the dubbing on here. If you guys have any questions, or I'm going to tie a few sculpins, but if you want to see me tie anything after that, just let me know. Okay, that should be good right there. So we're going to go ahead and flip this. Now I just wet my fingers a little bit so that I can pull that hair back and it's not in the way. Give this some tight wraps. Alright. Oops. Alright. Let me take a look at this real quick. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better, actually. Now, I'm going to tie a little piece of this eyelash yarn on here, the ice yarn, but I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it on here. I want to just kind of get a feel for it. I'm not going to whip finish it. I'm going to see what it looks like first. If I don't like it, I'm just going to do the regular, rabbit zonker pectoral fins for the sculpin, but we'll see what this looks like. I might even yeah, so like I don't know, I always grew up like trout fishing with spin gear, like just trout fishing during trout season here in PA, so like just in the spring, and then Uh, Always fished for other stuff as well. Always spin fished for bass down on the, bigger rivers like the Monongahela we have down here, walleye, all that. Did that for ever since I was little up until, 4.5 years ago. And I don't know, just the one day we were out fishing. We were up at Laurel Hill Creek actually, fishing for stock trout. And my buddy I had this old fly rod that my pap gave me in the back of my trunk, and my buddy was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take that and I'm just gonna try it out. I just want to see if I can catch anything." And he didn't catch anything that day. He hooked up with one trout, and like ever since then, I just kind of like something about that day like really hooked us on it, and we started fly fishing. And yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm just backing that off right now. That doesn't even. It's not what I had envisioned. But yeah, so ever since we went up there and he hooked that one trout, he didn't get it, but something about that day hooked me, and then uh, I bought my first fly rod, and basically, I mean, I only fish for trout now, but another like big thing for me was like I didn't even know PA had wild trout until I started like fly fishing. So like when I found out that we had wild trout, that kind of like blew my mind. And just like, obviously you guys know when you see wild trout, they're just like they look so much better than stock trout and stuff. So just that part of it just hooked me. No pun intended. Um, and yeah, that is why I started fly fishing. But now, what keeps me fly fishing is just the allure of like finding, wild browns and the big ones at that, because they can be very elusive sometimes. All right, so I think we're just gonna go with the good old. I don't know if I want to do a dubbing loop or just kind of. Let me know what you guys think. Dubbing loop, or should I do where you just tie in the thing or the hide and just wrap it a little bit? But anybody new that just joined up, like I was saying at the beginning, these sculpin heads here, these are mini sculpin heads, but they're actually tungsten, so they're a little bit heavier than like the normal brass ones that you would get. I found these on Tactical Fly Fisher. They had tungsten sculpin heads. Dubbing loop? Alright. I'll tell you what, I actually hate dubbing loops, but I think you're right. I think it's gonna look better to go with a dubbing loop. So alright. Oh, you know what? I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a dubbing loop. Let me go. I'll be right back. I gotta go see if I have like a chip clip or something that I can put the hair in. Alright, so no chip clip, but I'm going to do this an old way. So we're going to actually just cut off a little piece of hide, and I'm going to put it in the dubbing loop and then cut off the rest of the hide. And hopefully this will work. You guys probably won't be able to see what I'm doing, but yeah, I don't know if this is actually gonna work. I'll try it though, and if it doesn't, we're just gonna call that a quits. Alright. Alright, so there's our dubbing loop. Let's see how this works out. Drop some hooks, I had to get those. Oh, that's annoying. I'll have to put those hooks away after this. Alright. What do you mean by slip streamers? That is perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to build up a little thread body so that head can sit on it. And then we'll throw our UV cure in there. Okay. Oh, I mean, I don't know. For me, like, all of these flies, like, I tie a bunch of nymphs, and most of the nymphs that I tie, I keep simple. And to be honest, I really don't have like a ton of different streamer patterns. Especially, I think here in PA, like, most of the bait fish that you're gonna find in all these streams that these trout are in are pretty small anyway. So I tend to just throw, and I really only use like black, olive, brown, or white, and sometimes I mean, that's really like the only main colors that I feel like you need for streamers. And but yeah, I mean, as far as takes, I mean, it kind of just probably depends on what kind of mood they're in. But I think that a black sculpin versus like what you're talking about with like just like a zonger strip leech, it kind of almost looks the same. So I mean, to be honest, I would think that they would probably do about the same. They'd be just as effective as one or the other. So we're going to put some of that on there. And then we're going to slide the head on. Yeah, I mean, woolly buggers, you can't go wrong with woolly buggers. They're basically, I mean, if you had to pick one streamer, and anybody's going to say that, it's going to be a woolly bugger, just because it looks like so many different things. But I would say one of my go-tos is the mini sex dungeons, or just little sculpins like this. And then probably third, I would say, is a woolly bugger. But to be honest, most days that they're hitting streamers, they're probably going to end up. I mean, here and there you're going to find that maybe they're getting a little more picky when it comes to a streamer, but for the most part, I feel like when they're on streamers, they're just on streamers. They may be on like a specific color or something, but I feel like, or like a general size, but as long as you're on throwing whatever color they want or whatever size they want, I think you should be fine. So now I'm just building up like a thread dam in front of this just to keep this from coming off. And that you're hearing is my girlfriend. She just got home from work. And she's paying attention to the dog. Alright. So at this point, what I like to do is just build that little thread head in front, but then I like to get this UV cure, and I'm actually gonna, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the camera or not. Let's see if I can keep it on camera for you guys. I think you should be able to see this a little bit, but I'll like tilt it up like that, and then just kind of gob this in here. And really secures it in there. Once you go in and dry this. Yeah, definitely, like I said, the buggers, you can't go wrong. And like I said, I don't know, I don't use them as much as I use like mini sculpins or like mini sex dungeons, but yeah, they're uh, definitely buggers. I honestly, I should probably use them more than what I do. But alright, so that is secured and done. I don't even bother throwing eyes on these because they end up falling off anyway. So, but there is the finished fly. Do you guys want to see me tie another sculpin, another black one, or you want to see something else? Let me know. A mini dungeon. Whew. I mean, yeah, if you guys really want to see me tie a mini dungeon, I can. It's going to be like a half-hour tie probably, though. Let me see here. To be honest, I really don't feel like tying a mini dungeon right now. But I can show you a mini dungeon once I get these all untangled. So actually, I want to do a video on these here soon, like an actual video that I put up on the channel. So this is like a mini peanut envy, and it's using that same stuff that we use for the eyelash minnow, but it's only used on the front here, and like I said, it's like a mini peanut envy. I actually really want to use these soon. I haven't gotten to use, I mean, everything's been low and clear and hot, but everything's starting to cool down some now, so hopefully I can get out more and throw streamers. But yeah, mini dungeon. Here's a mini dungeon. How to get all these situated. The only reason I'm not in the mood, to be honest, to tie a mini dungeon, just because they take a little bit, and yeah, I really have no other excuse other than that. You know what? I keep forgetting this camera is so close. Just let me know in the chat if you guys can't see, and I'll move it. But yeah. So let me see if there's anything that I'm missing that I can tie. What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about a bread and butter? I need to tie up a few bread and butters. I'm missing some pheasant tails. I could tie up some blow torches too, because I don't have any in size 16. I'd like some size 16 blow torches. I could tie a pleva. I could tie an orange pleva. Or I can tie, I mean, I'm missing, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on this camera or not, but I'm missing a whole row. I just got another tacky box in the other day. So I switched. I have all my 16s in one and then all my 18s in another now. But yeah, tie what I need. Okay. We're gonna tie a bread and butter. We're gonna tie 2 bread and butters right now, just because I need those to fill up that row. So let me get all this streamer stuff out of the way real quick, and then we will start with that. Are you guys also tying? Anybody that's watching right now also tying? Okay, so let me get my size 16s here. Or actually, these are size 18 hooks. Okay. Sorry, I'm very unorganized right now, and so I'm just like, where is everything? Alright. I'll hold some beads. Now I just need the thread. What else do I need? And that should be, oh, gold wire. You're drinking beer and tying. How's it turning out? Okay, so I just need to switch this thread right here to the rusty brown, and then we will start. That's definitely unnecessary. Okay, so you don't actually tie then? You definitely, I mean, well, I shouldn't say you definitely should, but it's definitely a lot of fun when it's something to do. I like it because I feel like I have a lot more confidence when I'm fishing my flies, which is what everybody's going to tell you, but um, for me, when I'm not able to fish or something, when I'm not on the stream, it just gives me something to do with fly fishing, and it, makes me feel, I guess, occupied or something. Makes me feel like I'm fishing or something. Alright, so question for you guys. And this is like an ongoing debate. So, do you guys pee in the shower or no? Let me know. And let me know if that's in focus for you guys. And I'm going to take like a 3-minute intermission. I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back here. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I must be the only person that doesn't pee in the shower, though. I don't know. To me, I never did. I never do it because, I don't know, it just seems like nasty. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. What? My live stream. I mean, there's only a few people in here. I told you what they said. Yeah, and most of them said yeah. Now she's wide awake because she slept all day. Maya, you gotta go to bed. Well, maybe she don't want to. Maybe she can just lay in here with me. This is the bread and butter. It's a little corgi. She's almost a year old now. I would show you guys her, but I got my camera all set up and I don't want to move it because it'll be a pain to get set back up. My go-to nymph is the pheasant tail. That's like any time of day or any time of year. Well, actually, I kind of have like two go-to nymphs. Like my go-to setup, I'm usually running two nymphs, and my go-to setup is a pheasant tail and an olive paragon. But I don't know. It kind of just it varies throughout the year, but I would say you know, that's definitely the one that I'm most consistently using is the pheasant tail. And then you just put this little rusty brown hot spot on here. And we're going to tie one more of these. Okay, one more. Would you guys like to see, like, what time or what day of the week, or, you know, is Saturday night fine, or would you rather Sunday night? I might try to make this thing, or this live stream, like a weekly thing, but I'd like to pick a day that most people are able to watch. So let me know what you would prefer. Hey, what's up, Mike? We're trying to bread and butter, and this is a size 16. Yeah, the mini dungeon that I tie, and I have there's a zonker, articulated zonker video up actually on my channel, and then that mini, uh, oh, what is the name? That mini peanut envy that I showed earlier, that was also articulated. And I guess we could do like a little like live Q&A. Do you guys like the more vlog style fishing videos that I was doing before, or do you like when I kind of cut out some of the BS and just kind of, explain what I'm doing and then put some B-roll in and kind of just have music and like, cinematic shots of the fish and scenes or scenery? I've been trying to kind of do like a mixture of both. I think that, everybody likes the mixture. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have been still trying to, incorporate where I'm like talking to the camera, just letting you guys know what's going on as I'm going, or like as I'm fishing. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that, like you said, people do like the, uh, some of the cinematic shots and stuff, just to kind of break up and just give you makes you feel like makes you feel like you're there on the stream. You kind of get like a better idea of like, the surroundings. Alright, well, that is the last bread and butter. That one kind of turned out terrible, to be honest, but I don't think I'd put enough dubbing on there. But, I mean, it'll still catch fish, so. Um, alright, so, what do you guys want to see next? You want to see, actually today I was using the green blowtorch, and that thing was killing it today, actually, and a black zebra midge, um, but like I said, I didn't make a video today just because all the fish were just tiny. It wasn't really, I mean, I caught like a decent amount of fish, but it wasn't anything spectacular. So, but, yeah, we can either do we'll do some green blow torches if you want, or trying to see what else. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Give me some sort of nymphs that you guys would like to see. Oh, I know which one we could tie. So this is a good one for Spring Creek. The one day, I mean, I kept this fly. This is like an experimental fly that I used, and we'll come grab her. Um, but yeah, this is it's a crest bug pattern, and it was sort of experimental, and because it did so well, I ended up keeping it. Like the one I seriously caught like three 14, 15-inch fish. I'm like losing my train of thought. I'm getting distracted. But okay. Yeah, three 14 to 15-inch fish out of the same, like literally the same run with this fly. And when that happens, you kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'm keeping this fly. So that's what I'll show you guys. Yeah, I can tie an iron lotus after this here. I actually haven't tied one of those in a while, and I don't have any in my box currently, so I use stuff like that's similar to it, an iron lotus, so that's why I don't have any. But yeah, I'll tie one of those. But after we tie this fly here, so like I said, this is like a crest bug imitation, and this fly did really well on Spring Creek. Just switching my threads and everything right now. Just give me a second here. Wait, which video? I actually didn't use this fly in the Spring Creek video that I just put out, if that's the video you're talking about. This fly that the day that I'm talking about was actually like, it was a few years ago, so I never videoed the day that this fly worked like exceptionally well. I mean, I've caught fish using this since then, but that I'm telling you, that one day was insane. But oh yeah, the Spring Creek video. In that video, I forget what I was using that day. But yeah, it definitely wasn't this fly. But anyway, so this is a size 18 scud hook, and you could use like a straight nymph hook for a crest bug. I use whatever I have available. I don't think it matters too much, but so yeah, size 18 scud hook and hot pink thread and some silver wire that we're gonna go ahead and tie in here. And just kind of build up this base so that it's even, and come back to where we tied that in. And for this, we use, if I can find my dubbing, there it is. It's dark rainbow scud dub, but it's a lot of people tie crest bugs with that light rainbow. And when I tied this fly, I was like, I think actually I only had the dark rainbow at the moment, or at that time, so I was like, alright, well, I'll just use this dark rainbow. So that is what I ended up using and stuck with it. The only thing this stuff's like, it's like a real fine, like, it's real fine pieces of metal or something, this dubbing is. So it's a little annoying to get actually dubbed on your thread. But it's a crest bug anyway, so I let it, look really buggy. So if it's loose on there, I don't really care about that, because I'll show you what I do here at the end. So basically like that. Then obviously you come in and wrap your wire. And then just create a little pink head on it. Okay, and then we'll put the UV cure on the head and dry it, and then we're gonna pull out some of those fibers, or that dubbing, with our dubbing brush, if I can get it. Alright. So I really come in here and just rough that up. And then what I do, so that it's not super shaggy like that, is I'll just come from the bottom and pull them all straight up. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but pull them all straight up and then cut them all the same length. And then you can come in and cut some of the ones that you missed. And then it kind of just gives it that all even like leg look. And that is it right there. But, okay, yeah, so like I said, yeah, it's been a while since I tied an iron lotus, so I need to look at one real quick, picture, and then we'll tie one. You know what? I actually needed one of these anyway, so that was a good tie. Okay. I need some zebra midges also, but that's kind of boring to tie because it's just thread and a wire and a bead. Alright. Okay. I don't know if I have what's used for the rib. Let me see if I can find something that we can use instead. Actually, you know what? We're going to get creative here. So this is going to be a little bit... This is going to be a creative iron lotus. Or an experimental iron lotus. And we're going to tie it in a jig version. It's got a really good idea. I don't know why. And I don't even know if this has actually ever been done before. I'm sure someone has done it, but... And then I just need to switch out my thread here real quick. Alright. So I'm looking at the picture and I can't remember, I don't know if this is actually what they use or not, but like I said, we're going to get experimental. And it looks like it's a gray rib. So what I am going to do for the rib is actually use lead wire, and then we're going to cover it. So that'll actually make this fly even, give it some more weight. And then we'll cover it in UV cure. So yeah, this could be actually, I think we just came up with something here that I might continue to use. Alright, so I just need to get out some of these other materials real quick. Bear with me here a second. Alright. Who all do we have in here? Mike, are you still in here? I know Joe's in here. And who else? No one else? I don't even know who else we got in here. Alright, let's try this out. So because I'm using this lead wire as the rib, I'm not going to be able to tie it down real tight on it because it'll break it, but I'm just going to tie that in very lightly. Now I'm just going to build like a small taper to this body. And carefully wrap this lead wire. I definitely don't think this is what they used with the original pattern. I think it's just like a gray thread ribbing, but I don't have gray thread to use for ribbing, so we're going to do our own, which that actually doesn't look half bad. And this will be definitely like a super heavy fly. You get a dark olive dubbing. Okay, so I'm actually we're going to whip finish it here. And we're going to cover this in UV cure first. I'm going to take this off of the vise real quick. so I can see what I'm doing. And we're just going to dry that, and then we will come in and put the dubbing on with the hotspot. And I actually, like I said, that is a new tactic that I never even thought of. I'm sure, like I said, it's probably done before. Some people, somewhere, some pattern probably uses this, and people probably use this, but I've never seen it done before. I never even thought of it until now. Alright, so we should be back in focus there. Hit that with a UV a little bit more. And let me get my other... Gotta find my other bobbin. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It actually looks really good, and you could definitely use this fly as like sort of in a paragon way, like where it, you're using it to get down deep fast. Alright, so coming with our orange, just tie it on ever so slightly, because we don't want to take up too much room here. And go ahead and get our dubbing. I'm using like like a brown olive dubbing, and we're just gonna put the slightest amount on here. And then don't build up any bulk. And just come in and we'll finish that from the hot spot. Boom. Broke off just at the perfect spot. So, yeah, that is not an original iron lotus, but that actually, I'm going to try this thing out next time I'm out. Let me know what you guys think of that one, with that lead wire body. Or rib, I mean. Wow, I'm actually really liking that. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I'm putting that in my box, and I'm tying up more of those some other time, because that is actually impressive. Not like treating my own horn, but like I'm saying that the look of the fly is impressive, not my tying. I thought about maybe selling flies. I just don't know. I don't know if I have enough time for, like, because if someone's got like an order of like a whole box of flies, that can get super time consuming, and I just don't know if I have that kind of time. But let me know, I guess, you guys are the only ones talking here, but like, would you? I know you don't tie flies. You said, Joe. Would you be interested in ordering any? I mean, if not, it's fine. I'm just kind of trying to get ideas, basically. All right. So what are we gonna tie next? I kind of want to do experimental flies like that. That turned out good. I have so many olive nymphs though, like olive and green. That's just like it's like the go-to color. What do you guys think about green blowtorch? Hey, what's up, Mystic? What part of PA are you from? Nice, man. How many flies are you down? You still got a lot of them, or? And if that, you know what I just thought of? That iron lotus that we just tied, if that is an original with uh, that lead wire body, we can call it the lead lotus or something like that. Southeast? Oh, okay, so I'm down by like Philadelphia. I know a few people that live out that way. Are you tying, or you got any suggestions what I should tie? If no one says anything, I'll probably just tie a green blowtorch here. I was telling everybody that was already in here earlier, I was out fishing today, and the green blowtorch was killing it. All small fish today, but uh, yeah, for some reason they were really liking that green blowtorch. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna do green blowtorch. Gotcha. Are you a subscriber, Mystic? Or did you just find like the stream somehow? Dude, Joe, I'm not even kidding you. I uh I have like a list of like video ideas, and literally one of my video ideas is a making or tying a nymph with my dog's hair and then like fishing it. But yeah, I mean, if you if you think that's a good idea, I'll definitely do that because I guess you must know about corgis. But yeah, there's plenty of hair to go around with a corgi. Gotcha. Yeah, thanks for subscribing, Mystic. But yeah, I mean, if you're getting back into fly fishing, just let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'm not saying I'm, an expert by any means, but any questions you got, feel free to ask. So I know some people, they use like a glow bright floss or even just like thread and kind of like fray the thread for their blowtorches. I actually prefer to use deer hair. I think it gives like a better look. Cool. What or do you have anything to start fly tying, or do you have anything to fly tie with, beginner stuff, or you're looking into actually purchasing the necessary stuff to start tying? So, I mean, I'll just so the way that I, got into fly tying or whatever, I just basically, I mean, now I have so much stuff just because obviously over the years you just accumulate all this stuff, but I started out by just buying, the stuff that for like the most productive nymphs. So like I bought stuff for woolly buggers, I bought stuff for like pheasant tails, and then to be honest, I mean, one of my most productive flies is an olive paragon, and literally all you need for that is tail material, so like pheasant tail and olive thread, and you could tie that fly in probably five different colors, and it's going to be effective uh, all year round. I have olive paragons that are just thread bodies, and then I also have like a rusty brown nymph that is that, the same thing, just a rusty brown color. But yeah, you could definitely tie like just a bunch of, thread bodied nymphs just to get yourself started, and that's like, uh, you don't need many materials to get it, going with that. So right now I'm just preparing this deer hair. I'm just kind of getting distracted looking at the chat. This light's getting in my way. Move it a little bit. Alright. Yeah, so for steelhead, I have like a bunch of beads, and when I used to go up there, that's what we would use, and uh, we'd do good on beads or whatever. But to be honest, I think the key, and I mean, I don't have much experience with steelhead anyway, so you can take this with a grain of salt or whatever. I'm sure you fish for steelhead a lot more than I have, um, but I honestly think that if if you just use something that those fish aren't seeing a lot of, so when I go up this year, I'm probably not even going to use beads or anything like that. I'm probably just going to throw nymphs. I mean, they're just trout. Like, I don't know why a lot of people don't use just nymphs for them. Like, yeah, they're not seeing them in the stream naturally, probably just because of the shell bottom. They're shell bottom streams, but I think that if they just, they see so many of, beads, all that stuff that the last time I was up there, I was using stoneflies, and that's what I was catching them on. But just like I've heard, there's like a little, it's just like a red worm pattern, almost like a red midge, but like a bigger size red midge, I guess sort of like a red bloodworm. I've heard that kills, steelhead up there, like not kills them, but like you could slay them on that. And definitely, I would say if you can get a strong enough small hook, I think that it's probably really smart to go small, just because a lot of those. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Midge patterns, as long as you got a strong hook, I guess. But I think I think more people should be doing that, because this fish see eggs, skein, egg sacs. They see all that stuff so much. And yeah, and even San Juan worms, they probably barely see worms. I mean, not too many people I know that go, bait fishers. I don't even know if they use worms up there. I've never seen them use worms. I'm sure someone has, but okay. Yeah, so I mean, you could definitely get that 6 weight. You could use that for trout too, but um, I mean, yeah, you got 2 rods to start out with. That's not too bad. At least you got something to start out on. Oh yeah, Sam Worms definitely were. I mean, I think that's a trout fly that was made for trout. So definitely or buy yourself some San Juan worms for sure. All right, I'm getting super distracted here. Let's get back to tying this fly. Yeah, I bet it's crazy up there. To be honest, that's one of the things that I think why I haven't steelhead fished a lot. But yeah, I mean it's crazy how many fly fishers and bait fishers up there. How many times they'll just throw like the same stuff at the fish. That's why when I went up, I was like, I'm gonna throw like nymphs and a stonefly or something, because It's just, I'm going to put some more dubbing on here actually because I didn't go up far enough. I sort of messed that up. So I'm going to fix my error here. So if you don't have like a local shop, I mean, most of the fly tying materials I get are off of like fly shops, like their online sites. So a lot of my hooks and beads, like hooks and beads, I think Tactical Fly Fisher has the best prices. Now I only buy tungsten beads, but Tactical Fly Fisher has tungsten beads 50 packs for, and depending on the size, the bigger the size, the more expensive it gets, but they're anywhere from like 525, I think, or like 595, or no, that's the hooks. The beads are like 725 to like $10. They range, but and you get 50 of them. So and they're high quality. So that's like the best I've found for beads. And then I get all like the jig hooks that I buy. Like all my hooks are the brand. It's called Orient Sun. They have their hooks on that site as well. And then as far as materials go, I'll order materials off there if they have what I need. But I kind of just look around on a bunch of different fly shop sites and order, whatever I need, whoever has it. I know I've ordered stuff from Holsingers. That's a fly shop out by like Altoona. There's Competitive Angler. That's sort of over here by Pittsburgh, or it's more towards like Johnstown or Greensburg. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of look around, and I just buy from a bunch of different places really. Whoever has whatever material I'm looking for at the best price. But like I said, I always get my hooks and beads from Tactical Fly Fisher. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and put in this hackle here. And I don't get all technical with my hackle. I just tie it in and wrap it. And usually for blowtorches, I like to give it like a 3-turn wrap. Enough to make it bushy, but not dry fly status. So that's looking really good right there. Come in and tie that off with a few wraps. Snip out that excess. And then I just come in and peel all that back. Sometimes it takes a few times. And of course, as soon as I say that, I almost get it perfect. But yeah, that should be it. And now we'll just come in and whip finish. And we'll throw some UV cure on there. I actually I don't even watch football, so I'm neutral. You can consider me a neutral. I'm not an enemy. Alright, so there is a green blowtorch. I kind of want to tie some more of those iron lotuses. Let me know what you guys think. Oh yeah, that's right. It is a lead lotus. Any October caddis nymphs? That is a good question. So definitely not specific to October caddis, but if I'm not mistaken, the UV glue definitely. I've tried a bunch of different UV glues, but definitely the one that I recommend. I'll actually send you the link to it here. If you actually use these links to buy this stuff, it will. I get a little portion of it, so it helps the channel. But I mean, you don't have to use these links if you don't want. But I will send you the link here. Give me 1 second. But it's um, Solar Res resin. Now it is a little expensive, but it's definitely worth it because I've used other resins and they just don't dry like super dry and like tack free. So that's why I definitely recommend the Solar Res. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get the link. So this is the resin, and then I also every time this is actually in all my fly tying videos, but I recommend this UV light too. So like you can get UV lights at your local shop or whatever, or online, but most of them have like 10 LED lights. But this one that I found on Amazon here is very good. It has like 30 LEDs or some crap, and it dries stuff in like 2 seconds, and it's only like 13 bucks. So yeah, those are both the links there. That's what I recommend. Okay, yeah. So back to the sorry about that, Mike. The October caddis. So if I'm not mistaken, October caddis, like the larvae, they're actually like brown or like slightly orange colored. Are they not? They're not. They're not green like your regular caddis, are they? Because if that's the case, I really don't. So like, I know you guys watch my videos, so you probably already know this, but I try to keep everything super simple. So like the reason that, so like blowtorch or like what we just tied, or the olive paragon, or I'll throw this fly up here to show you. It's just like green dubbing with a darker green collar. I just keep all my stuff super simple like that. And the blowtorch, it looks like a nymph. It could be like a peeping caddis. I like using stuff that imitates a bunch of different things. Um, but yeah, so yeah. So if it's kind of orange, then if I'm gonna throw something for that, then I'll probably just use one of these. Like I don't have a specific pattern for like I don't have a pattern where I'm like, oh yeah, this is October caddis larva. But if I was gonna use something, I'll throw out some flies here. So this is the rusty brown equivalent to that olive paragon. So that would be a good fly to use for it. Where's that other fly? Oh, and then you could use an orange blowtorch if need be. So there's that one. Here's the orange blowtorch you could throw. That's probably really October caddisy looking. And there's one other fly. Oh yeah, and then to these plevas that are brown and orange as well. Yeah, and like Joe said, the soft tackle pattern. So this, I mean, An orange blowtorch, that looks like an October peeping caddis almost. So that's probably this would be like my go-to probably for an October caddis. I'm actually gonna, if you guys are okay with that, I'm gonna tie an orange, because what I like to do is tie one fly of each of like a row that I'm gonna fill, just so I know what goes in that row. So I need to fill a row of size 16 orange blowtorches. So if you're okay with that, we'll tie an orange blowtorch this time. Yeah, and yeah, like you said, any of these will definitely work. Okay, I'm just putting all these flies back, and then, like I said, if you guys are okay with that, we'll tie an orange blowtorch. What size thread for what, Mystic? Like this fly that I'm tying, or what size thread do I recommend for like tying those thread body nymphs? So for nymphs and dry flies, you should be okay with like an 8/0 thread. So that's the 8/0 or 0. I've also used 6/0, but most of the time I'm buying 8/0. And then for streamers, I do use 3/0 thread because it's a little thicker, but you could use, I mean, in the past I've tied streamers with 8/0 too. It's just, you just gotta watch if you're tying down like thicker materials, just don't put too much tension on the 8/0 because it might snap. But if you're just trying to, simplify it, then yeah, I would just buy 8/0. You should be good with that. Hey, what's up, Larry? Oh yeah, no worries, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, at least someone's using it. I have bass fly fish, not a ton, but I mean, my first fish ever actually on a fly rod was a smallmouth bass. I don't do it a lot, but I'm mainly a trout bum, and I've never musky fly fished. That definitely would be a cool idea. The only thing is, I don't know. I know they have like on the go kits for like on the go fly tying kits. So definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. I would just have to figure out how I would maybe like during like a camping trip or something, maybe next spring or something, where I have all my stuff. I can like put it in a box or something and take it down by the creek and then tie it there or something. Gotta make sure I have that in focus. Is that in focus for you guys? Let me know. And that actually reminds me, every time I'm out, I mean to get some shots of like nymphs under the rocks. And I just, every time I'm out, I forget. So like, I want to put a few shots like that in my like videos, but I always just forget to lift up the rocks and take a look. Wait, I think I may have forgot something I said. What is everybody saying good for? I forget what I said. I don't know what everybody's saying good for. Thanks, dude. I don't know if they're the best, but hey, if you think they're the best, that's enough for me. Oh, the focus is good. Okay. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Forgot I even said that. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this flash as the rib. I don't know, I am kind of actually enjoying this right now. I'm getting a lot more questions than I usually do in the comments on my videos, so, and I like answering questions and helping people out as much as I can, so. But yeah, I'm having fun time here. Alright, so now I gotta find a good piece of hackle to use for this. So there's no explaining while they're tying them, huh? I mean, I put music on mine just because if not, there's a little bit of, I mean, there's some dead air here and there where I'm not talking, so it seems weird if there's nothing else playing in the background, so I keep that music low in the background. But yeah, I mean, I try to explain everything I'm doing. I actually feel like when I'm tying, I don't do a good job at explaining what I'm doing, but I mean, hey, if you think I am, then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But I'm glad you guys like them. Now, I did a poll on my Instagram a while back, and I asked, what do you guys like the most? The fishing videos got the most, you know, likes or votes, but fly tying was, I think it was the second most. But I don't know. If you guys really like the fly tying videos, then maybe I'll put up more of them. But for me personally, I like doing the fishing videos, but I also want to help you guys out or show you guys new patterns, maybe if you've never seen some of these, or just help out. Alright, go ahead and finish this one. And that is a complete fly. Well, actually, I gotta put the UV resin on there real quick. And we'll cure it. Oh, they were asking that earlier. My favorite, I don't know. So like, I like streamer fishing and nymphing. I would say I sort of go back and forth between the two. So like, I go through phases where I like nymphing more, but I also like streamers. I go through streamer phases. So I'd say nymphing and streaming are equal for me. But as far as like a nymph goes, I think that's maybe what you're asking is what's my favorite fly or nymph to fish, and that would be my favorite go-to setup, which is a pheasant tail and my olive paragon. Yeah, alligator native is for sure fun to watch. Their filmer, he's like pretty good. That's actually kind of where I get some of the inspiration for like those edits that I've been putting in there. I mean, by no means am I like a professional editor or anything, or filmer by any you know. But seeing their videos and getting some inspiration, I'm definitely getting better. I don't think that I'll ever be on that professional level, but as long as you guys are enjoying them, then I'm gonna keep making them. Okay. Let me think what else we can put in here. So we tied up. I finished. I don't want to tie pheasant tails because everybody watches pheasant tail videos. Yeah, same. This spring, if you're talking about this past spring, I mean, honestly, actually, all throughout the summer, still green has been like any shade of green. Anywhere I go has just been like killer, basically. So I've stuck with that basically all spring and summer. I might just tie some more of those lead lotuses, because I don't really know what else I want to tie right now. So yeah, we're going to tie some more lead lotuses. Super pupa. I'm not even sure if I've ever tied one of those. Let me look it up real quick, see what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like off the top of my head. That name doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I have this stuff to tie this. I actually don't have these like in my. I have. How can I get a picture of this? So yeah, probably actually not going to tie that because I don't have a lot of scud hooks left, or like curved hooks like that. And I don't know if I have any, like all the materials to tie that one. Let me think here. What do I want to tie? Yeah, I think actually I'm going to tie another lead lotus. Mystic, what are you talking about with the big box store? I think I'm lost. I missed something, I think. Or I forgot something that I said again. Dude, I'm thinking the same thing. This lead lotus is like, it's like actually like sitting in the back of my mind now. Like I need to go out and try this thing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Mike, are you still in here? Where are you from? I'm assuming PA, but like where at in PA? Oh, because you're actually from West Virginia. Damn it. I went over the side, oh well. To be honest, fire lotus, yeah. That actually, I have red wire. I wonder if I put down like a orange body with red wire, and what could we do? I wonder if, we might. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do another experimental fly here in a second, Joe. After I tie this one. Um, the lead wire size, this is 0.010 inch. So 1/10 of an inch, I think. It's super small. But, why did I put the wire on first? Yeah, good question. So, I don't believe you were in here when we tried the first one. Basically, that lead wire is super, fragile. So, to make it durable, we're going to cover it with UV cure and then dry that and then finish off the fly in the front, because you don't want to. It's easier to just put this stuff on now and dry it, because when you have that dubbing on there, then it wants to soak up into the dubbing and stuff. So I like to put it on now. And dry it so it's done and out of the way. Alright, so that should be dried. And then we come in just a few wraps with the orange thread. Don't want to build up too much bulk here again, because it's already sort of bulky because that lead wire's on there. tell you what, that is a good looking fly. I cannot wait to use this thing. Is it just me, or is that lead wire, like, it looks like it's such a good rib look. I think it looks better than, like, any other type of ribbing I've ever put on, like, a fly. It's, like, super pronounced. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I don't know why. It's, like, weird. This is the first time I've done, like, a live stream through YouTube. And I don't know, it was weird setting it up, so I'm not quite sure, honestly, like, what happened. But yeah, I'm same time zone. Everything that I do is basically in PA. Sometimes I'll go down to Maryland or like West Virginia or something, but yeah, most of my fishing is here. Well, actually, 95% of my fishing is in PA. All right, so that lead lotus is done. And Joe gave me that idea. We are going to experiment again here. And I think since we're going with, I think we're going to use another gold bead. And I'm wondering, okay, so what do you guys think? That lead wire has that really pronounced look to it for the rib. I almost feel like that would look really good against an orange body. But again, like you said, we should maybe try that red wire. So I don't know, we'll try that one, I guess. We'll try the red wire. Let's see what it looks like. So we're going to call this the fire lotus, apparently. Yeah, we could put both on. We could do the, I haven't tied one of those in a while, like the old dual wire look. Let's go. What's up? What's up, Cunningham? Are you guys watching from your phone by chance? Real quick, can you let me know? Are you chatting from phone or is this on your computer? And Joe, I think that would work. The only thing is, I think that would be a lot of work to wrap the thread around. Although, let's try this. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so there, yeah, you guys are on your phone. Let me. Do you have like a certain app or something? Mike from Tightline, Maryland, he's watching, but he said there's no chat option on his phone. Like, are you in the app, or what are you guys watching on? But yeah, give me a second here, Joe. I have an idea for this. We're not going to use the red wire. Now, this won't technically be a lead lotus, but we're going to see if we can get that pronounced look that the lead gives, but with red. Alright, I'm getting distracted again. Let's continue with the fly here. Alright, so there's the tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get my red, it's not thread, but it's floss, and we're going to twist that and see what that turns out like. I'm not going to put the lead in there. I just don't know how that would turn out, wrapping it around the lead. So this floss is pretty thick. So I think if we put it on there and twist it, it may actually turn out really good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I don't know if, but we'll try this. I think that wrapping both of them will make it too bulky, and it'll just be kind of difficult. Hey, what's up, Mike? So right now we're kind of doing an experimental fly. We just came up with a fly, I think. Instead of an iron lotus, it's a lead lotus. And for the rib on the fly, we used lead wire. But what we're doing now is we're going to tie a fire lotus. Joe came up with the name. And it's going to be red and orange, mostly. So I've twisted up the floss here. Well, so what do you guys think of that one? Is this a yes or no? I think it actually might be a little bit thick. I'm not sure if I'm liking this or not. Let me know now so we can back off and put the red wire if this isn't working. The tail is Coq de Leon, or De Leon. I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking this, how it's on here. It's a little thick. It does kind of look like a corn dog with ketchup, and it also looks like a Twizzler. So, yeah, I'm thinking it looks a little thick too. So I think we're going to back it off and try it, see what the red wire looks like. It's getting perfect in here right now. I have my window open right next to me, and it's getting cool out now, so it's starting to cool down in here. It feels nice. Alright, so let's see what we think of the red wire. Exactly. Honestly, we might turn this into like this live stream could turn into more of like an experimental thing like we're doing right now. I'm kind of having more fun doing this than tying, predetermined patterns that we've already tied before. Like coming up with uh, flies on the go here like this is kind of cool. But yeah, I think the wire is going to be what we're going to go with here. Well, we got two mics in here. Tight line. This is a size 16, and this is an Orient Sun 5241. That's what I use. All my nymph hooks are Orient Sun. I've started using them years ago and just have always stuck with them. Yeah, dude, this is definitely fun. Alright, so, we'll take that wire off there. And what are we thinking for the dubbing? I don't know if I want to do red, because that's too obvious. You know what? That would actually be, that's interesting. So we could put like a red wing case on it for like the Paragon wing case. I almost want to go. I kind of want to put dubbing on it though, and do like. Should we do an orange hotspot, or would a red hotspot look cool since it inverts from the thread? Or what if we even put? See, now I'm just getting completely like out there. But what if we put almost like a Higa's, and we put like, instead of the red flash coming off for like the legs, what if we did like gold to match the bead? Let me look through my dubbing. Let me see what we have there. So I mean, here's the obvious orange ice dub. trying to think of something that would make this pop. Ooh. I got the ice dub peacock, not the black peacock, but just the regular. I'm not really sure what I want to do for the dubbing on this one. Oh, I got this rusty orange. That might look cool. I don't know though. I feel like that's too much orange. We gotta make something dark. We gotta have some contrast here, I think. We could go completely left field and go like with like a light rainbow dub or like a white ice dub. Purple. Let's see what purple looks like. Now, should we do purple ice dub or just like regular purple with no flash in it? I think we're gonna go ice dub because ice dub's the goat, but alright, so what do you guys think for the hotspot? Should we just go orange hotspot? I'm not sure what I think of the purple. I think that it could look better. Let me do this. I'm gonna back this purple off. You guys see the purple, and let me know what you guys think of my idea. We can try the white ice for sure if you guys don't like this. I'm gonna put this on here, and then you guys can let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm starting to kind of maybe lean towards your what you're thinking, Mike. I don't know if these colors. I don't know. I think we're getting off track here, I think. I don't know if I like my dubbing on there either. Let me throw the white ice on there. See what that looks like. Real quick. Actually, this white ice might look pretty good. It's more like a pearl than a white. And then if we throw a red hotspot on there, might actually look good. True. To be honest, this looks more of like a fly I'd throw if I was fishing for more rainbow trout. They like those very, very flashy flies. To be honest, I'm thinking we might go, uh, we might go tight lines way. I think this is gonna be better as a Paragon. I'm not liking the dubbing at all on this. But for the wing case, I have an idea. I think once we put this UV on with this will really pop. This will make the UV will make this pop, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is true. So we're gonna go full Paragon with this. So this is gonna be the end result, because there ain't no backing off. I'm just gonna build this up here so that this floss has something to sort of sit on. I'm actually going to take that back this way a little bit. This could look really good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I got an idea. This is like super experimental right now. This is this took a left turn, but that's all right. So what I'm gonna do, so that I don't have to put thread over top of that wing case, is I'm actually gonna dab some UV on here. Pull this forward and dry it, and then we'll snip off the excess and then cover it again. Alright, so that is dry. No, that's not what I wanted. Well, I don't know if that's going to work. So this fly turned from a good idea to disaster. And I feel like I'm part of why it turned to a disaster. So let's try saving this. Definitely probably not a tie or a fly that I'm going to tie again. It's all good. We're just experimenting here. Could actually turn out to be a decent fly. Alright, yeah, so we got that dried. Actually didn't turn out to be a half bad. I think we would have just honestly been better off if we would have just, once we tied off the wire, just put in or switched to a red thread and just did a red hotspot and then put the UV cure on. I think it would have literally looked almost the same as what we have here, but with a lot less hassle. Alright, yeah, so that is experimental. I don't know if I'll actually use that fly just because I'll never tie it like that again. So let's get back on track. Let's get another hook. Bead here. So we originally started with the idea to make some sort of different looking lead lotus. So we have an olive lead lotus with orange hotspot. What if we do... What if we actually just do the orange body, but actually use the lead like we were with the other one? And then could do a red tail. Actually, I just tied up the other day a bunch of red darts. These all have red tails. I'll throw one in here real quick. Give you guys some inspiration. Maybe we can come up with something else here. But yeah, here's a red dart. These have red tails. Well, I think this is what we're going to do. After that failed experiment, I'm not feeling very experimental anymore. And since we got some new viewers in here, I think we're going to tie another lead lotus Joe got me stuck on this fly now. After we tie another lead lotus, we'll go back to maybe experimental or tying something else. Oh yeah, see you, Mike. Yeah, you definitely need to UV coat this because, I mean, this lead wire is so small, it's so fragile. I just broke it, like, a piece I wasn't even touching broke. So UV curing this one is definitely probably mandatory. I almost feel like when I put that UV cure on, it kind of like, it almost has like a chemical reaction with that lead. Let me know what you guys think. Because as soon as I put that UV cure on, it looks like the lead gets like, it almost looks like black outlined or something. Like the way the UV cure is reacting with it or something. I don't know. I think once you put that UV on there, that's what makes it look real pronounced. Now, whether or not it's a healthy reaction or toxic, I guess we'll find out. But anybody viewing that, is just kind of watching along, or make sure you leave a like on it. Let me know you guys want to see more of this, because I can definitely do more live fly tying. I just want to make sure that everybody likes it, and I'll have viewers if I'm going to do it. So I know that I said we would switch, but I'm kind of in the mood to tie these, and we're kind of busting them out here. So I think we're going to just continue to tie these so that I have a few next time I go out. Yeah, I mean, if you're just starting tying, Mystic, I would say definitely start with nymphs and like simple streamers, like a woolly bugger or something. Nymphs are definitely the best bet, your best bet for like starting out, I would say, because there's a lot of simple nymph patterns. I have not. I used to actually live out in Harrisburg. I lived out in Harrisburg for a year after I graduated college, and I was like full trial bum mode. I remember they had that when I was out there, and hearing about it, but I never went to it. Yeah, so if we watch again here, so like if you look at the wire now, it doesn't look as pronounced. Kind of just looks normal. But then when we go and put that UV on it, it definitely changes. Yeah, I went to the fly fishing show when I was out there that year. That was the only time I went to it just because I lived so close, but sounds good, Mike. Have a good rest of your night. Watched until your phone died, huh? Um, yeah, I mean, I'll continue to do these if everybody's gonna watch, but um, maybe I'll do this again tomorrow night as well. But yeah, have a great rest of your night. Yeah, definitely getting faster at tying this now. That first time we were I had tied iron lotuses before. I didn't have any in my box. And then we came up with the idea, because I didn't have the gray rib to do this, so it's kind of experimenting that first time. Yeah, yeah. The orange it's actually like a UV thread. It's like fluorescent orange. So, and I think that's why they make that stuff UV to begin with, because like, if you're fishing and the sunlight hits that, I mean, you might not see that it's glowing too much, but it definitely stands out a lot more when like sunlight's hitting it, because obviously the sun gives off UV light, but I think that it helps, distinguish or pop out more in the water. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I've used hotspots that aren't fluorescent thread or anything like that, and I honestly I haven't noticed a difference, but I think that's the whole idea behind it. But I'm not really using it for the fluorescent properties of it. I'm just using it because it's bright, and it's a hotspot. But a little too much on there. See if we can take some of that off. Dude, me too. I'm like so eager actually now to get out and use this thing. It's gonna be the first fly that I put on. To be honest, it's really not. I guess it's just an iron lotus technically, but that lead, I don't know. That it makes that, like we've talked about, that makes that rib pop more, and I think it'll help a little bit with weight getting down to some deeper runs. If you're just joining, don't forget to leave a like and join in the comments here. Let me know say what's up if you're a new viewer or if you're a subscriber. Alright, so that is the 5th one. I think I'm going to tie one more and then we're probably going to call it a night. I'm actually getting pretty tired. I got up at 3:30 this morning to go fish. And I took a nap when I got back, but it was only for like an hour and a half. So I might honestly, depending on what I'm doing tomorrow, because I'm not going fishing tomorrow, but I'm just chilling around. I might just tie flies and turn the live stream on again. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow though, so I'll probably go out and do something, and I'm sure other people will too since it's nice, so I might just wait until the evening to actually live stream when people are more likely to watch. Alright, see you, Joe. Alright, that is our last fly we're going to tie tonight. So we tied up some iron lotuses. We started off with, well, actually we're calling these lead lotuses since we're using lead wire for the rib, but tied up mini sculpin at the beginning. Then we tied some bread and butters. Came up with this fly. Tied a green and orange blowtorch, and then just finished off by tying some more of this. We tried to get experimental with this one, but that didn't end up working out too well. So, but like I said, that is going to be it for this live stream. I will probably go live again tomorrow, and any new viewers in here that aren't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more live streams and videos from me, go ahead and check out my channel. I got fly tying videos, fishing videos, a few gear reviews, and like tips and tricks. And leave a like on this live stream, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.